bring it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand in the way. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, here we go. Middle of the week. Happy Wednesday, all you fine Buckeye fans. Got the Bode man, Bodie Wells, back there running the show, doing the updates. I'm Timmy Hall, and usually it's a DeVere Day Wednesday. Now, DeVere couldn't do things tonight, so we just said, what the heck, Tyvis, you doing anything? All right, come on back in. Tyvis pal, everyone.
Hello, everybody. And I'm mad at Comin, man, because my hat is not racist at all. I don't know where he got that from. It's the black version of Chief Wild. That's all.
Yeah.
It's the black version, black edition.
Like Santa, right? The same type of
like
difference.
Black Santa, exactly. It's the same thing. Yeah. I told him I'd get him a hat. He declined. I don't know why.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder. I'm not too sure about that.
I still got an extra one. You want it?
What do you say I go back and dig up some Washington Redskins apparel, huh?
They want the name back.
I know.
the Native Americans want the Redskins name back. So it wouldn't be bad. You might be bringing it back out.
I don't know what's happening. All that stuff's been purged. It's all gone. I mean, you saw I had I
still got a hat somewhere.
Okay, the hat that I'm about to tell you about is nothing like the hat that you've got on today. And yes, you guys all do know that we are on YouTube, so all the shows are on YouTube.
There's nothing wrong with the hat. And if anybody wants a hat, let me know. I'll get my guy to get y'all, send it out.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure you'll have a lot of people like me that are saying, oh, yeah, get me one of those hats. I'll be able to wear that everywhere.
Nice hat.
Well, I got a Super Bowl 26 hat, which was a big Super Bowl for me because it's the last one that the Washington football franchise, they were the Washington Redskins back then when they won it. Yeah. It was the 1991 season, January 92. Jim Lachey was on that team. He was one of the Hogs. We talk about it all the time. It's one of my favorite parts of my week. Jim Lachey, for folks that don't know, and you listen to these broadcasts, he's been doing it for 28 years. He is truly, honestly, one of the nicest men he's one of the nicest persons I have ever met. His family's great. He's great.
I love Jim.
And we reminisce about, Virginia things because he used to live in Virginia when he played for the team. And we talk about the good old days of Washington Redskins football. And I got that hat because Super Bowl logos used to be awesome. It was Super Bowl 26. I remember that was my dad's birthday, the day of that Super Bowl win, January 26th, 1992, Super Bowl 26. They hammered the Bills. Beautiful logo. And what's plastered on the side? A W for the Washington Commanders. Yeah, that's what they do.
Now?
Yes, it was on New Era's website. It is all, you cannot get any Washington Redskins stuff. They don't even have it in throwback apparel. And you know what? I understand. I understand.
Yes.
I understand what it was all about. I get it. I get it. I'm not going to jump in there and pound my fist on the table until they change the name back. If that's what everyone collectively decides is okay to do, maybe we get there. I thought we weren't ever going back to those places, though.
To be honest with you, I got so used to saying Commanders that it is what it is.
I don't know if the globe has started to spin in the opposite direction. I don't know. You're wearing the hat. I don't know which way's up.
Maybe once Dan Snyder got out of there, it was just like, you know what? Good karma all around. Bring the name back. The team will start winning again. They have a quarterback all of a sudden. It just, nothing makes sense.
Yeah, he's killing my fantasy.
Dan was defiant. He never wanted to give up that name.
Yeah.
It was a decade or so
talk about
protesting.
A good guy, though. Just other than that.
Solid guy. Yeah. You know what? His heart was in the right place. Tried.
The kind of guy you want your son to grow up to be, your daughter to marry.
It's a great office setting,
Yes.
Y'all need to cut this out.
Human resources really took care of everybody. The Washington offices. Yeah, John and oh boy. All right, Tyvis.
Yes.
We got Iowa coming up this weekend. We know that. We started to crack into it a little bit on yesterday's show. Just when you take me back, when you think about Iowa football, they've got one of the longest tenured head coaches in all of college football. Is he actually the longest?
He probably is.
I think he is the longest tenured coach in college football.
40, 30 years?
Oh, it's a long, long time for Kirk Ferentz. What are the first couple things that come to mind, like word association, Iowa football? What do you got?
Defense is going to be really good, physical. Yeah. They're going to keep a good tight end, Luke Lachey. Shout out to Jim.
Another cool family connection thing.
Not going to score a lot of points. But they're going to run the ball very effectively. I only had to play Iowa one time in my Ohio State career. It was 2013. I actually caught my first pick against Iowa. Shout out to Tyvis on that one. But
Shout out to yourself.
But buddy. I remember that it's always like weird playing them because it's like on paper they don't seem like they're that great, but you struggle with them. And they can form those them 12 personnel sets with the 2 tight ends or the 13 with 3 tight ends. And if your defense is using that, especially in today's football, because everybody's used to running traditional nickel. Everybody has a nickel out there.
Right.
Well, if you do those, if they run in 12 and 13 personnel, now you got to get another linebacker out there. And if you think about Ohio State football right now, I don't think we ran 3 linebackers yet. Have we? Who's our third line?
They talked about that a good bit in the press conference here.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if they get into that, like how they will handle it, because it's just something that you're not used to. Like you got to practice for those 13.
You bring C.J. Hicks onto the field.
Right.
You've got a guy like Jordan Hancock that would step out.
Yeah, the nickel's out.
And this was actually a thing that Jim Knowles, your favorite guy, right? Because of just how he talks about the defense. And, we don't like to.
Them that they're going to go 13 personnel. And when they go 13 personnel, we got to go base. We got to be physical out there with these guys.
You're too quiet.
That's how he is.
You're too quiet. You're going to have the FM silence alarm is going to go off. You're so quiet with that. But no, I think that's something that Ohio State's going to have to figure out, and they're going to have to adjust with that. They can do it.
Oh,
they certainly love Jordan Hancock as a player. Who doesn't with what he can do out there?
Yeah, but he ain't. He's if they go in the big sets, come on.
Then you got to adjust.
Come here.
You got to match up. It's going to be an interesting defensive look for Ohio State because it's going to be most of the game.
Yeah, you got to when they get into these. If they do decide to go into these big tight end sets, the gap responsibilities is what changes. Because they're creating extra gaps with these tight ends, and you got to be disciplined. You got to understand your assignment. You got to dominate your assignment. If you don't, that's when you get creased, and then that's when you see these big games. And they got a running back that's really, really good.
That running back is an Ohio guy. We're going to talk about him later on in the show tonight. I think you hit it. You mentioned tight ends. That's what I think of when I think of Iowa.
They always got a good one in the league.
You say Iowa football, I think about tight ends. That's the first thing that comes to mind, and the success that they've had developing them. And they've always been a solid football program. It's not like they have never appeared in big bowl games or gotten to, Big Ten championship level. It's just that they have a longer wait than the schools like us, like Michigan's or even Penn State's.
They got to figure it out because now that there's no East and West, they got to figure something out.
I know. And haven't you thought about a lot of the teams in the Big Ten, though, when it comes to that? This is just going to be something.
But they are like look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Tyvis actually stopped because my Orioles hit a home run.
A bomb. Didn't I tell you it was coming?
That's a Cedric Mullins bomb. It looks like it was a solo shot, though, and it's going to be 1-1. It's their first run of the series for the Orioles.
What gets me, the bad stench that they got is that tackle from Alabama that committed and then decided he didn't want to be here and decided to go back to Alabama. Like, I wonder why he did that. Like, is the program that bad?
Well, I just think
because Iowa usually got good linemen. I mean, Tristan
they do. That's another. Yeah, I agree. That is another thing that they have produced. They have done really well with offensive linemen, with linebackers, and tight ends. If we put it, it there,
that linebacker is the real deal. Jay Higgins is. I like that kid. Yeah. I like that. That dude filled the gap like it's supposed to be filled.
Jack Campbell was a good one.
Yeah, he was.
Who was their linebacker a few years before, who, it was him going up against Saquon Barkley. I remember there was a huge Iowa-Penn State game that everybody was watching. Was that Josie Jewell? Is that who I'm thinking of?
I played with Josie in Denver.
You played with
Josie's
him. Come on.
great guy. Great player,
man.
Now he don't play for Denver. No, he plays with the Panthers.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he's banging in the NFL, but I know he was really freaking good at Iowa.
He was good. He was pretty good in Denver as well.
It's just going to be a tough physical game. It's one of these games. It is a classic to a T Big Ten football game.
Yeah.
You think about Big Ten football in its heyday. You think about those uniform combinations, those helmet combinations, the style, the way that it's played. You think about how Tressel played and how Iowa has always played.
Yeah.
And yes, Kirk Ferentz is the longest tenured coach in college football. Any idea who 2 or 3 are? Because I'm looking at them right now. You should get them. One of them is one of your favorite teams.
One of my favorite teams.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't have.
It's like a fake favorite
Come on,
team.
Tyvis.
It's like a joke favorite team. Come on.
gosh.
Urban's guy.
I'm not saying it.
Kyle
No.
Whittingham,
No.
Utah.
And he's about to retire. So.
And guy that doesn't
Mac
think.
Brown.
No, this guy didn't
Are you
think.
kidding me? Where are we at in society today?
Thank you, Bodie. Makes me sick.
That man is legendary. Right
I mean, who
there.
among us hasn't had,
He's
you know,
legendary.
who among us
Yep.
had a
This is garbage.
drink and just gone on out?
This is garbage.
That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage.
Oh, my man Mike Gundy. Couple of 20-year guys, Whittingham and Mike Gundy. All right, hey, football fans all over the place should be weary when looking at certain grades for their favorite players. And Ryan Day is going to tell you why. Tyvis is in. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Death, taxes, and beating Michigan every damn year. This is your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Want to kick off your fall shopping with a touchdown? Shop Bob's Discount Furniture for pieces that fit your style and your space. Check out Bob's space-conscious and style-forward furniture for every room, like counter-height dining sets, convenient lift-top coffee tables, guest-friendly pop-up sleepers, and storage-filled seating perfect for game day hangouts. So stop and score winning design with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
I'm proud to play for the Ohio State University. I remember earning my first Buckeye sticker on my helmet. It gave me pride, it gave me energy, and gave me another reason to win. To be a Buckeye football player like me, Emeka Ibuka, is to know I am part of a legacy. Weber Grills is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, and as a 72-year-old brand, they know a thing or two about legacies. To celebrate these shared legacies, Weber launched an officially licensed limited edition Ohio State Premium Kettle Grill, inspired by our iconic helmets. Get yours at a local Ohio retailers.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Soy has been keeping secrets, and it's ready to share. Soybeans are among the most versatile agricultural products. They are used in creative ways you may have never realized to make products we all love and use every day. Ohio is leading the way, developing new uses for soybeans to support our changing world. Soy low-key slays, and I'm here for it. Learn more about soybeans at soysecrets.org. This ad brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Hey, Ohio State fans, it takes a lot of energy to root for the Buckeyes. That's why Burger King is going to get your team going with the $20 Buckeye Blitz Bundle. This OSU fan exclusive has a delicious lineup that includes 2 Whopper sandwiches, 1 cheeseburger, 3 small fries, and 3 small drinks. Get over to your local BK and get fueled up for game day. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Ready to celebrate National Taco Day the right way? Bubba Coos Burritos is giving 5 lucky loyalty members a chance to win big. Sign up for our loyalty program by October 3rd and you could be $1,000 richer. That's right, $1,000. It's easy. Celebrate National Taco Day the Bubba Coos way. Sign up now before National Taco Day at bubbacoos.com.
We have a lot of football happening. I'm here to help. Set your radio preset to the Fan. Very good. Now set a second one to ESPN Columbus. It's the HD2 button. Lastly, go to the Fan's HD3 and save the Fan 3. Crisis averted. You're welcome. The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
If a friend asks how you're doing, and you say,
I'm okay.
When the truth is,
I don't want my problems to burden anyone.
Or you say,
hang it in there.
Because
if I ask for help, they'll just think I'm weak.
Then this is your sign to call, text, or chat 988 for free, confidential support. Anytime. You don't have to hide how you feel.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens of your latest forecast. We're dropping to 50 overnight with pretty clear skies. The evening should be comfortable, temperatures in the 60s. We'll see a temperature up to 77 Thursday afternoon. Sunny skies around. More clear weather as we head through Thursday night, 55. Mostly sunny Friday with a temperature up near 80. We should be dry for those football games Friday night, but we can't totally rule out a stray sprinkle. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
A show that knows its enemy.
They hate us, we hate them. That's the way it's got to be.
It's Michigan, obviously. I even hate them, and I'm the impartial voice guy. Yuck. Back to the Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Yeah. I'm Timmy Hall. That's Tyvis Powell. Hate them. Boatman is back there. I want to tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health real quick. You see, there's a certain issue that men have to deal with when they get to a certain age. And that issue I'm talking about is erectile dysfunction. Oh, man. Say it with me. No, it sucks. It does. It sucks. But you know what? Tri-State Men's Health knows how to treat it. They know how to help you out if that's something that you're dealing with. You want to have the right kind of treatment for your specific medical situation. And every case is different, and that's okay because Tri-State, they're experts at finding the right one. When the pills or the herbals fail, they're going to have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some can even have you last an hour or more. My God, right?
Yes.
You'll be begging to stop. You'll say, that's enough. It works. It's good now. I'm fine. So check them out, tristatemenshealth.com. You can call them 800-900-9654. Their facilities are absolutely beautiful. You feel comfortable when you're there. They have many in Ohio, 2 in Central Ohio, Westerville, and the one in Hilliard, right off of Cemetery Road and 270. I see them for the low testosterone therapy treatment, so check them out. They will help get your erectile dysfunction back to erectile function. All right, so a little baseball update. Royals and O's elimination game for Baltimore.
Hit them with the pitch.
Hit by pitch, so that's go-ahead run. Right?
Should be.
Are they reviewing something? What's the situation? He swung and
it was strike 3, so he's out.
What the hell happened? I didn't get to see it.
He swung, and as his hands were coming around, it hit his hand, but he finished his swing. Now it was a 1-2 count, so he struck out.
So here we go.
There's 2 outs, bases loaded.
Oh, my gosh. That's one of those nifty baseball plays, right?
It wasn't even like check swing. He swung.
I see what you're saying.
All the way through.
So I think that was Kowser for the O's. He swung all the way through, as Bodie said, and that's out number 2. Here we go. Just like I said, bases juice. They tied the game at 1 with a Mullins homer, and they're not going to put another run across the plate. Adley Rutschman, who has just been tragically bad at the plate. The number 1 overall pick.
He's about to hit a grand slam.
Supposed to be Clutchman? We'll see if you're right. But Tyvis, back to the football discussion. Getting ready for Iowa here. Coming up 3:30 kickoff. All your coverage right here on the Fan on Saturday. How often do you use Pro Football Focus whenever you're putting your analyst hat on? Do you ever
PFF.
PFF, Pro Football Focus, which of course they do college football grades as well.
Zero.
Never go to it.
No
need to. Any particular reason?
Because I don't believe some of their stuff be outrageous sometimes.
Give me an example.
Like I would watch a game and watch a specific player, and then I go see what he graded out, and it'd be nothing like what I thought. Like sometimes it's just ridiculous.
Sometimes too high, and then the same thing. Sometimes I thought this guy played really, really well.
Exactly. Yeah. So
and they don't have the grade.
So
there.
I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm cool.
So we never really discussed that on the show, you and I.
Well,
so there's
PFF?
something. Because I'm
You
sure.
love PFF?
I'm not saying I love it, no, but I'm saying I could be prisoner of the moment when they do so much stuff with their social feeds, posting graphics.
Oh yeah, no, I said,
who among us hasn't caught one of those Buckeye graphics where it says Jeremiah Smith, highest graded wide receiver in the country this week, and we'll repost and say, yeah,
but
look at that guy, and you know what?
But
he was probably pretty great.
That would make sense though, because I watched him play, and I was like, okay, my eyes is what I'm telling you. But then they would say like, I don't know, they'd be like, what is wrong? Tim is sad.
Continue.
They would be like Jordan Hancock, he played a solid game. They'll say, he graded 40. You'd be like, what? 40%?
How's that work? Yeah.
That's my point. I'd be like, that. No, he didn't.
Well, this will pile on. Let's pile on now. Bad PFF. Shame on them. So Ryan Day got asked about this, and the answer is similar to what you're saying. He goes a little bit deeper as to why he doesn't look at that too much, what he thinks about him.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to, who's actually doing the grading, and if it's accurate, great. But I think it's hard sometimes for them to know exactly what their job responsibility was. That being said, I think generally it's in the ballpark, but I don't know, if somebody who doesn't really know what's expected on a certain play is going to give the same grade as a position coach who knows exactly what's going on. So that's kind of my take on it.
Do you tell your players, don't worry about that? You get the real grades from the coaches? Like, do you have
it never really comes up, quite honestly. Yeah, I mean, it's not something that our guys have quite talked about all that much.
That I guess I can believe that's not something that
when I was a player,
concerning ourselves with.
The reason being is because your coach literally is going to give you your grade. Like, you're going to get a grade after the game's over. He's going to tell you if you did good, you get a plus or a minus every play, plus or minus.
Or we have the champions grades in this current setup here with what Ohio State football does, reviewing film and deciding. Caleb Downs was the defensive player of the game, silver bullet of the game. They didn't have one the previous week, which was interesting.
Yep.
But Caleb was all over the place. And they know. I understand what he's saying.
I could care less what PFF says. I care about what my coach's grade is and I care about myself because I know what I was supposed to do on the play. It's just like when I made one start in San Francisco, and I graded out like great. But PFF said I was 60, and I'm like,
I see. I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, what?
Because maybe if everything went to script and you had a tremendous defensive game plan dialed up, maybe you just weren't seeing. It's like in baseball we talk about, right? Like, what if you're playing right field and you just don't get a whole lot of action? Maybe you had one baseball hit out to you that day, and you made the play.
I'm 100%.
I'm 100%. Like, what else am I going to do? Are you going to knock me because I wasn't active out there, but I'm still backing up first base? Like, I'm still doing all the things that a good right fielder is supposed to do, playing my spot, moving correctly, what my scouting report says for shifts, depending on who's at the plate. There can be that same situation in football where you are playing a rock solid game, but you're just not able to make a ton of plays. I know people that are hearing this and they're probably going to say, why are they always just yammering about the Buckeyes increasing their sack numbers, right? Because sometimes that's not exactly what the defensive game plan calls for. I think we do realize that. That's another story. That's another subject. I think with the athletes and the dominance they have, they should generate a little bit more just off of nothing. But this, I fully am with them, and I completely understand it.
Yeah. And plus, I think, I want to say PFF lost a lot of writers, a lot of people that does this. I feel like as of over a year ago, they lost a lot of good ones. So they're really starting to lose a little stock.
I mean, what if you have Sam Block grading Buckeyes for people that don't know who he is?
We'd all grade out a champion. The champions list would be the whole team.
I mean, he's already erecting the Jeremiah Smith statue. But you know what? That one,
Have they started the Chris Holtmann statue yet?
Right. He had
trying to find out where to put it, right?
Well, he had the arena being named after Chris Holtmann, and then the statue, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know which came first.
Our guy, Joey Lane, he was going to be involved in that somehow, too, right? I don't know if
Joey Lane was going to be the next coach.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, next head coach.
Yeah, maybe our guy Joey still
Never know.
Broadcasting first. And following Gottlieb's footsteps.
Yes, you can do both.
I'm going to do both. I'm going to do the podcast, drive the lane, and coach the Buckeyes at the same time.
Isn't it a dude doing that? What's the guy?
Doug Gottlieb.
Oh, that's who it is.
Yeah. Wisconsin Green Bay or Wisconsin Milwaukee?
Is he really? They really going to let him do this?
Well, I mean, little thing called we'll see.
Like, if he finishes the season doing both, like, I'll be shocked.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
We're gonna find out about that. Yeah, paves the way. No, that's good. By the way, we here at the Buckeye Show are sponsored by Coors Light and our friends at CareSource. We might have us some good old fashioned bulletin board material coming from Iowa's side of the fence. We'll give you that next. Tyvis is in. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Attention, small business or sole proprietors. Do you want to save money on health care for your business? Be able to cover your employees with the best dental, doctors, and hospitals? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for the SACA Benefit Plan. Nearly 100,000 members strong in the state of Ohio. The SACA Benefit Plan is administered by Anthem and could be right for you. Small businesses, visit 844-medohio.com. That's medohio.com. The SACA benefit plan could be right for you. Visit 844-medohio.com.
Integrity, honesty, and quality. Words we live by here at Monogram Homes. Hi, this is Dina. And at Monogram Homes, we strive to bring your wants to your man cave, your needs to your kitchen, and your ideas to life. Most home builders claim to be custom, but starting with stock floor plans and templates isn't our idea of a tailored experience. At Monogram Homes, we start with a blank slate and work with you until you get exactly what you want. So start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit us online at monogramhomes.net.
Hey, it's Anthony here, and if you're like me, you're either suffering with foot pain or expecting it to come back at any time. If you're also like me, you probably go for the easiest, most convenient solution first, the old drugstore insoles. And then you find out you can't Band-Aid foot pain. I would go out to a bar or restaurant, and I'm the guy searching for the place to sit down. I've actually gotten rid of shoes I like because my feet still hurt. Well, it all changed when I went to the Good Feet store and tried their pain relief solution. Align the feet, align the body. My personally fit Good Feet store arch supports help place my feet in their ideal position. They now distribute the pressure evenly across my feet, and that provided the additional stability and balance, and that has taken care of my pain. Go in, try the Good Feet feeling today. Take a free test walk. Bring your own shoes. See how they fit, because you deserve comfort in your life. The Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Wednesday night at 8 on The Fan.
This football season, choose chill and go with the beer that's made for Ohio State game day. Whether you're at the shoe, the bar, or the basement, bring the Silver Bullets.
You can win tickets to the game against that team up north on November 30th.
Enter keyword kickoff at CoorsLight.com/college football.
No purchase necessary. Open only to residents of Ohio through 10/31/24. See official rules for details at CoorsLight.com/college football. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. With tailgates of hand-battered chicken fingers and cane sauce and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade, you can guarantee victory for every game day meal. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts. And for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
Hey, Buckeye fans! As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 2 trips to a Buckeye playoff game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The show where we pay people extra to host with Timmy Hall. This is the Buckeye Show.
Must be nice for Tyvis Powell tonight.
Just a couple dollars. Just
a couple of bucks.
Just a couple dollars.
Couple of bucks never hurt anybody, right? Hey, so here's what's coming up on our lovely radio station tomorrow. Morning Juice. They're going to talk to Albert Breer, good old NFL insider. That's at 8:05. Bishop and Friends, their big guest. That's at 10:33. Paul Feinbaum. Paul Feinbaum, listen to me. I wonder what he thought about that Georgia-Alabama game. I'm surprised he's still alive. I thought his head would have exploded by now. But that'll be great. Can't wait to hear from him. And then the Ryan Day Show. That is coming your way at noon. They continue their preparations for Iowa. Get to hear all the latest thoughts that Coach Day has.
How many shows he got throughout the week?
Let's see. Throughout the week, he starts off with his hit on Buckeye Roundtable, right?
Okay, that's Monday.
That's a Monday deal. Tuesday, he's got the press conference. Then I believe tonight, I think most Wednesdays, Bodie, correct me if I'm wrong, he makes a little splash appearance for player availability.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
Yeah. And so we get sound
just can't
from him
get
then.
enough of the guy.
No, not
and
enough.
And we have to cut up all of it.
We do.
For some reason that I've never been fully made aware of.
If there's sound to cut, we will cut it.
If he breathes,
we'll catch it.
It's going to get cut.
We're going to get you, Ryan. You pop up in public. You go to Giant Eagles or Kroger's, we're going to get you.
Cut it.
We're going to cut it. He said something at the magazine racks. Something about Iowa's defense.
Hey, it's valuable information.
And then, is that it? Thursday's it, right? I think that's the end of the week. They used to have the little lightning round on Zoom after his radio show, but I think maybe him chatting on Wednesday makes up for that now. So it's a lot of it's a professional type of organization there. They got to give you access.
He did the Dabo because you can't just call in no more, right? With Dabo, you can't call. The guy, Tyler,
this has been years for Ohio State's programming. This has been years and years. I want to say this goes back to urban, like mid-urban. No more calls calling into the
So
show.
Tress used to take call-ins?
Nah, I think so. I wasn't here when Tress was banging. I came in here in 2012.
Oh, that was Urban's first year.
Yeah, Urban's first year.
And
your first or second year.
That was my
right?
first year.
The first year in the program.
My first day on the yard was Urban's first day on the yard.
Look at us. Coming in together.
Yeah.
Trying to get rid of us.
He he did, 7 seasons? I did 4. So there you go. He only did 3 more years after I left.
Yeah, 7-0.
That's wild. I thought it was long. It felt so much longer.
Felt like a long tenure, huh?
It did.
Yeah. I mean, he got the national championship. Obviously, everybody wanted the second one.
He did only 3 seasons after I left. And he wanted me to stay for a 5th. So that means if I would have stayed, he would only did 2 years without Tyvis.
Honestly, it felt like it could have been 3 national championships when you think about 2012, how the bowl ban was there. And that would have definitely been one. And then you talk about that 2015 team that you guys had coming off the national championship.
I could have went every year.
Yeah.
4 years.
Does it keep you up at night, though?
Nope. I got one. Some people
You got that ring.
Some people can say they did. There's a lot of people that can't say that. So.
You got that ring. You got all those gold pants. So you're sitting pretty. All right, you tell me if you think this one here qualifies for bulletin board material. So you mentioned their running back. You got thoughts on Caleb Johnson?
Yeah.
Iowa star running back. What do you see when you break down his game?
Man,
he's got some really good numbers right now.
That man get like 200 yards a game. He's definitely one of the best backs. I put him as number 2 behind Cal Monangai in the Big Ten. For
you love Monangai there at
Monangai.
Rutgers.
Yeah, that's a dude right there. But Caleb Johnson is right up there. I mean, the guy's physical. He's a big guy, and he can hit that. I'm not necessarily sold on the breakaway speed because I just seen him get walked a couple of times, but he's got good speed. And they love to feed him. They give him. He's like Derrick Henry, where they continue to feed him. He gets like 25 carries a game, and he's very productive. He's averaging like 8 to 9 yards a carry.
I mean, my God, this guy's got 685 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns. Indeed.
Yeah.
So he's helped the Hawkeyes get to that 3-1 start.
He's a good player.
So he was with a group of reporters back home.
Oh, what happened?
What do you mean? You can't just start yelling. You got to say.
I'm sorry.
You got to alert the listener.
Oh, he just got
Royals.
2-1 Royals.
Yeah, 2-1 Royals. I told you it would be a 1-0 Royals or a 2-1 Royals. 1-run win. And the O's just had bases juiced with nobody out in that last inning. They tied it at 1, and they didn't get one more flipping run across the plate. Okay, back to business. Back to what we're talking about. Iowa running back Caleb Johnson. Mm-hmm. He's a Hamilton, Ohio native. Mm-hmm. He's an Ohio guy. So you can think about that all through the years when the Buckeyes do their recruiting and they've got their sheets on how many guys we can take, who are we recruiting out of state, what position fits are we trying to get. They obviously can't recruit every Ohio kid. Mm-hmm. And they're also going to be looking at the guys that are the highest up the rankings from year to year, for the most part. That's not to say they might not ever like something about a 3-star prospect.
I was a 3-star.
Yeah, you were a 3-star. Sometimes somebody comes to your camp and you like their attitude and their effort, and you keep an eye on them, and you want to maybe get an offer to them eventually. Well, he never got one, and he had this little line about, well, what if they did? What if you were recruited by Ohio State? What if they gave you an offer? He said, even if they offered me, this is the quote, even if they offered me, I wouldn't have went. I want to beat them. That's my goal. That's the line. That's the quote. Bulletin board material? Yes or no for the boys in Columbus?
Absolutely. But the thing about it is, if I was a player and I saw that, I'd laugh. I'd just laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say,
why? You're lying.
Yeah, you're
it's
lying
not true.
too. It's not going to happen. I would say, first of all, he's lying. Second of all, it's never going to happen.
Second of all, too bad because we're still going to win.
Well, you wasted your time because it's not happening. That's exactly what would have been my mindset. But my thing is, I don't understand how a kid from Ohio could not like Ohio State like that. I get the ones that wants to go to Ohio State but don't get the offer, and then it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna make them pay. Like, I get that. I totally get that. But that answer to me is ludicrous. Like,
well, you know what?
Why would you not want to be at? First of all, your family's from here. Now they got to travel all the way to Iowa to watch you play. So that's a lie. You definitely would take it if they win. If Ohio State gave you the offer, and who don't want to be the running back for Ohio State?
But he's choosing not to live in that alternate reality because it never did happen.
Well, that's what he should say.
He
needs to fix his answer. Because if they would have asked me that, I would have said if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Next question.
If my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle.
That's what I would have said. I would have been like, I don't live in assumptions.
Yeah, alternate realities. Yeah. They didn't offer me. I'm not there. So I'm not the biggest fan of them.
Correct.
I play for another team in the Big Ten. I don't have a problem. I know he's lying when he says it that way.
Yeah, he's lying.
But you know what? You have to have a little bit of that moxie if you're him, because they never did recruit you. It didn't go that way. You're a 3-star. He got offers from a lot of decent schools. It's not like nobody. I mean, look how good of a player he is.
Yeah.
He was going to have a chance to get somewhere, develop, and become the player that he is. He did that. That's kudos to him for becoming a really talented running back. You had Iowa State, the other, premier school in the state of Iowa. Now, that's an interesting one for him because he had the offer from both. he chooses Iowa.
I mean,
and then the Cyhawk this year did not go their way.
Yeah.
He had Kentucky, pretty good program, Michigan State, Minnesota, Pitt, West Virginia. So a lot of them there that were thrown offers. Just wasn't the Ohio State Buckeyes. I wouldn't have gone, though, if they offered me. You know what? Even if ESPN came to me and said, Mike and Mike, they're done. We want you to do it. I'd say no. No. Hell no.
97-1.
I'm a fan guy.
That's why
Comin guy.
That's why
I'm a fan guy.
That's why they love you here, Timmy.
They love you, Tyvis.
We'll see.
Not yet.
Not yet.
A little bit more work. Okay. One of my absolute favorite sports weekends is going to come back to town in the future. Tell you what that is next. Tyvis is here. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
Want to kick off your fall shopping with a touchdown? Shop Bob's Discount Furniture for pieces that fit your style and your space. Check out Bob's space-conscious and style-forward furniture for every room, like counter-height dining sets, convenient lift-top coffee tables, guest-friendly pop-up sleepers, and storage-filled seating perfect for game day hangouts. So stop and score winning design with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 2 trips to a Buckeye playoff game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
I'm proud to play for the Ohio State University. I remember earning my first Buckeye sticker on my helmet. It gave me pride, it gave me energy, and gave me another reason to win. To be a Buckeye football player like me, Emeka Ibuka, is to know I am part of a legacy. Weber Grills is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, and as a 72-year-old brand, they know a thing or two about legacies. To celebrate these shared legacies, Weber launched an officially licensed limited edition Ohio State Premium Kettle Grill, inspired by our iconic helmets. Get yours at a local Ohio retailers.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
1 in 3 student athletes gets disturbing messages from sports bettors. This threatens the safety and mental health of college athletes like Tyler.
I'm a student and an athlete. I don't deserve to be threatened over my play. If you're upset about your sports bet, don't take it out on me, because I'm more than a bet.
These threats are not acceptable. Stop harassing college athletes over a bet. Learn more at morethanabet.org.
This football season, choose chill and go with the beer that's made for Ohio State game day. Whether you're at the shoe, the bar, or the basement, bring the Silver Bullets.
You can win tickets to the game against that team up north on November 30th.
Enter keyword kickoff at CoorsLight.com/college football.
No purchase necessary. Open only to residents of Ohio through 10/31/24. See official rules for details at CoorsLight.com/college football. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. With tailgates of hand-battered chicken fingers and cane sauce and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade, you can guarantee victory for every game day meal. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Integrity, honesty, and quality. Words we live by here at Monogram Homes. Hi, this is Dina, and at Monogram Homes, we strive to bring your wants to your man cave, your needs to your kitchen, and your ideas to life. Most home builders claim to be custom, but starting with stock floor plans and templates isn't our idea of a tailored experience. At Monogram Homes, we start with a blank slate and work with you until you get exactly what you want. So start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit us online at monogramhomes.net.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
My furnace just went out.
Ma'am, have no fear. Dormar is here. We can get that furnace fixed fast.
Dormar, you guys are the best.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. The show that knows how to throw a big, giant Buckeye party. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Tyvis Powell, the Bodeman are here tonight. Party on, Tyvis.
Party on, Timmy.
And party on, Bodeman.
Party on Fairleigh Dickinson, Timmy?
Fairleigh Dickinson? Where are we at in society? We got Fairleigh Dickinson coming to our town, knocking off 1 seeds. Saw this today.
Fairleigh Dickinson.
So a couple of big events. You're going to have some 2027 NCAA Women's Volleyball Championships coming to town. That's going to be good. And I'm very pleased to see, and I didn't really have a worry about this. I wish it actually could be here more often. That's actually the way I'm going to go with this. It should be here more often, more frequently, because the basketball is so good and every single detail about it is top notch. I could honestly make an argument that at least every other year, maybe every year, Columbus, Ohio should have first and second round action. And I'm actually cool with locking in for first and second round NCAA tournament, March Madness, because I think that's the most fun 4 days in basketball. You might say, oh, we'd like to maybe have a regional or, a regional final. And that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool to be in the rotation for that. But if I could have some kind of compromise, if I could guarantee more basketball by locking in for just first and second round, I think having to wait till 2028 is a bit long. I'm glad that it's coming back, so I'm really excited. But Tyvis, I don't know if you've ever gotten out there at a Nationwide Arena when the hoops comes around. I make sure I go every single year. So we just talked about it. I got here in 2012. I think it's been 4 times since I've lived here and worked here that it's happened at Nationwide, and it's just a blast every single time.
Well, I have not gotten a chance to go out there because I usually am working those days, so therefore I miss a ton of it.
Oh, but I work a lot too, but I still find a day to get on out there.
I do love the buzz around town, especially around here. Everybody makes trickle down their way down there, and it's always packed. Obviously, the sports betting is crazy. I remember last year when Fairleigh Dickinson was going against
that was it.
Purdue.
That was it.
When they beat Zach Edey and them, which...
Well, it was 2 years ago now.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
A couple years.
Yeah, 2 years ago. When that happened, I was at lower.com field. Is that how
Lower.com, yeah.
That's how I said
LD,
that?
yeah.
Okay, I was there, and they had opened up the thing. I was doing it for...
Rothman and Ice.
Yes.
Yeah, you had a little show there.
And it was chaos down there. And somebody told me to bet on Fairleigh Dickinson, and I said, there's no way that they're going to pull that upset, and they did. So it was madness. It was madness very early. I just love the energy around March Madness.
Yeah, so that game, I was in the building.
I can't believe they lost that game.
So, do you remember me telling you the makeup of that watch, of how I consumed that basketball game? 1 seed Purdue. Everybody set your minds to that game, right? That night, you're probably, no matter what your Big Ten, unless you went to Purdue. I think that's really it. Unless you went to Purdue, diehard Purdue fan, you're probably just jumping on the bandwagon, right? Because I remembered this feeling when it was UMBC, the first 16 seed to beat a 1 seed. They beat University of Virginia, where my sister went to school. Got her grad degree there. Spent 4 years of her life. It wasn't just like a 2-year program. She did another 4-year program there. Moved the family to Charlottesville. Went to school there. Major connection.
And
so
who did
I'd
they
like
beat?
to see them do well. UVA lost to UMBC.
Virginia lost to them?
Maryland, Baltimore County. The first 16 to ever beat a one.
Yeah,
the Retrievers. Very good.
When was this?
This was... My God.
2018, right?
Yeah,
because then they came back and won in 2019.
And the story was Virginia won the Natty the next year. But they lost it, and I felt bad because I knew my sister was on this side of it. But sitting, and I wasn't watching the game with her. I'm just in my living room, and quietly to myself, I'm enjoying history. I'm enjoying seeing UMBC do what they're doing. Good for them. This is wild. So the difference when we're watching Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue, there wasn't any hint about this. There was no chance, right? Zach Edey, all the perimeter players that Purdue had, though some of them were freshmen, right? Braden Smith and
Wasn't
Lawyer.
Fairleigh one of the worst statistical teams? Their biggest guy was like, they had no size.
It was
or
like
anything.
6'7",
6'7", front line. It just wasn't going to happen, right?
But if we played them 10 times,
I couldn't believe it.
They might win 9.
I couldn't
Gentlemen,
believe it.
One game.
Tonight, we are the greatest college basketball team in the world.
So
it was a shame.
So we're in the arena as fans this time. I did have a media credential for other rounds.
You was at that. You did go.
But for this session, we were just fans. I was off work, off the clock, fans. And it's me, my son, my mom, and my dad.
Oh, so of course your father was there.
And my mom and my dad are Purdue grads. And my dad, he's just scarred as a sports fan. He's one of the most negative sports fans I have ever come across. And some of that has been naturally passed on to me, that which you've heard my, takes about these Orioles and how I was pessimistic about them. It's going to be right. But he's got it worse than me. And so I have the awkwardness of being in the building for another piece of basketball history like that. But I don't really know how to proceed, if I can enjoy this, because I got two people that are wearing Purdue gear head to toe, and my dad is just he's dying. He's dying on the inside. Yeah. And he, in his heart, he knew that they had lost in the first half. It was 5 minutes into the game, and he knew that they had already lost.
At least,
and he's like, "You see, I was right. We lost this game." I'm like, "Yep, you're right."
At least they followed it up with a national championship appearance.
They
did.
Yep.
They was about to do what UVA did.
Appearance. They didn't get it done.
They didn't get it done.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, UConn is one of the best assembled teams.
Hey, real quick. So that was my awkward watch of Fairleigh Dickinson over Purdue, and I had to kind of teach my son Jack to not be cheering right in their faces for the other team. They're devastated right now. I get it. This is crazy what's happened, but CC and Pop-Up, they're Purdue guys. They're pretty bummed about this. So John Rothstein, Papa Bear, college basketball analyst, right, for CBS. He spent the day in Columbus here today. And I'll give you a couple of his big takeaways from watching a practice. He's probably going to take notes on a bunch of teams that are top 25 and top 25-ish. He said, we knew about Meechie, we knew about Bruce Thornton, thought that they'd have one of the most talented backcourts in the country. Mm-hmm. He said, I didn't know that Junie Mobley, talented freshman guard for Ohio State, was going to have this many levels to his game, fearless in multiple ways. He said he was making shots off the dribble. He's drilling shots from deep. And I've seen some of this too. I know he was going to be a shot maker for the Buckeyes, but he said he just looks incredibly confident, and he loves Quez Glover as well, the transfer in. So he thinks that their backcourt could be one of the better backcourts in the country.
Well, let's hope so. I like that. That actually got me fired up.
With the depth as well, man.
And at the end of this month, right?
Absolutely. End of this month. All right, so we got some Jackets hockey coming up here tonight. If you missed anything, download the podcast anywhere you get your audio. You've been watching us on YouTube, so you can watch it back there as well. And we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Jackets hockey Inside Edge hockey talk. Yes, coming up next on The Fan.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Buckeyes, I'm Kurt Lewis, United Healthcare of Ohio CEO and graduate of The Ohio State University. United Healthcare and the Ohio Chamber of Commerce believe healthy small businesses are vital to our economy. That's why we're ready to give your small business a big promotion at no cost to you through our small business sweepstakes. Winners receive radio promotion, social media recognition, and more. To enter, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com/UHC. United Healthcare, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
For terms and conditions, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com/UHC. Sweepstakes rules and restrictions apply.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
Comin Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-45